So I want to talk to you tonight about the greatest opportunity that we face, which is how we can love our enemies, come together as a country, and build a better future. You are missionaries for love, whether you're doing it from a religious standpoint or not. You are secular missionaries for love and against contempt. This is what we can all do. Now, it's tricky, right? It means you have to go places where people disagree with you. If you don't have any friends who disagree with you, you need more friends. You need to go to a house of worship that is different than your particular beliefs. You need to find people who disagree and listen to them with love and offer up your values as a gift and not as a weapon. Remember, the whole point of expressing love where there is hate is to change your own heart. And that's a good technique for doing it. Find contempt, run toward it with love. This is your evangelical opportunity to bring peace, reconciliation, and love back to our country. This is a country that we should be grateful for, that we should treasure, and that we should be grateful for together across our differences and because of our differences. My father taught me this as a kid. Moral courage is standing up for the people with whom you disagree. Standing up to the people with whom you agree on behalf of those with whom you disagree. That's moral courage. That's super hard to do. That's our path forward in America, is standing up for the other side. Here's the question. How? We take anger, of which there's plenty. That's a basic, hot, negative emotion. And we take another negative basic emotion called disgust, which is reserved for non-human pathogens. Disgust is something that looks terrible or smells terrible or tastes awful because it's supposed to alert you to a pathogen that might kill you. That's why it was evolved as such. You take anger and disgust and you mix them together and it turns ice cold and it becomes a complex emotion that philosophers call contempt. Contempt, according to Arthur Schopenhauer, the great 19th century philosopher, is the conviction of the utter worthlessness of another person. Here's the key. If you're in a really partisan situation, you get in front of an audience that's aligned with your views, and most of them will say, let me tell you something. Everything you think is right, and the other side is stupid and evil and hates America. But I want you to remember something, I said. I was nervous at this point. I said, they're not stupid, and they're not evil. They're just American citizens who disagree with you on politics and policy. And if you want to persuade them, which should be your goal is persuasion, remember, nobody has ever been insulted into agreement in history. If you want to persuade them, you can only do it with one thing, and that's love.